This is Tom, the Lone Wolf Prepper. It's January 12th, 2024. Well, I think everybody has realized that the house is divided and it's going to fall. There's a fight coming. Why is there a fight coming? Because this country has turned into two different cultures. The old culture of us conservatives, where you work hard, government leaves you alone, stays out of your way, you sit there and pursue your happiness no matter what that is, and you live out your life in retirement and enjoy the American dream. And then you got the other side, and you do that on your own. Then you got the other side who wants to shove their idea of the American dream on you. Just push it on you. That is completely against the founding principles of this country. So you got two sides, and they're going to fight. These guys, the other side is not going to give up. They're in power now. Why would they give up? You know, and there's too many of people like me out there to allow this to happen. It's going to be a bad fight. It's going to be, a lot of people are going to die. This is what happens when the government tries to enslave a people. People are going to die. Your families are going to be torn apart. You're going to lose your fortunes. One day you're going to come home and your house is going to be gone. You ain't going to have no money. You're going to have nothing. What are you going to do then? I mean, do you think, like Ukraine, when these towns are getting bombarded and stuff, and houses are being destroyed, and women and children are being killed, same way in Gaza, all over the world where it's happening. Who do we think it's not? Who are we? It's too good, it ain't going to happen here. Of course it's going to happen here. You know, our U.S. government has a pretty nice military arsenal. I mean, it was nice of us to buy him something like that. So that means when we get to take the stuff over, it's ours anyway. But it's going to be bloody. And the longer this persists to stop it, the bloodier it's going to be. You know, we got to worry about this, and then the rest of the world conflicts going on. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's coming to a head. I hope you're prepared for ultimate hell. I mean, you have to have a good bug-out plan. I mean, you start bombing your city. I mean, you just got to have a good bug-out plan. I mean, I'm just not a bunkering-in type of person. I'm one that just wants to stay mobile. That's what I was taught. Keeps a person safe. But just, you got to prepare for the worst. Have guns. Have a way to protect your family. There's no nice guys in a war zone. Okay? There's just guys trying to survive, doing their job and trying to survive. And what's ever in their way is just an obstacle in their way that gets taken care of. U.S. is soft. Talking to these younger generation, I don't know how they're going to survive. They're not going to be able to handle it. There's no way. If you need a safe room to sit there and deal with stuff, or a quiet place, or whatever they're calling that stupid stuff now, you're not going to survive. Things are going to get way tough. I mean, every day is just going to be survival. Flat out survival. Brought to us by our government. It's not going to be a pretty sight. I mean, it ain't going to be, the front lines here and stuff. No, the front line's going to be everywhere. it's a war that's going to be everywhere. No spot's going to be immune. Even out here, I'm going to have to deal with it a little bit. At least, but out here, I have a lot better chance of protecting myself. And if they come out here, it's not going to be a lot of them. But you just got to get tough. These people aren't going to give up. They want the war. They need the war. They need to eradicate us. You need all the sheeple here. People that'll follow them blindly. I never understood how people could want to give up making their own choices in their life and succeeding and thinking they have to listen to somebody else. Especially a government that looks at us as a human resource. I mean, they're going in debt based on the population of this country. Well, that's crazy. And then all we do is pay a bunch of taxes. And if you do succeed and become rich one day, I guess when you die, they feel they deserve their share. You're punished for succeeding. But there's a lot of reasons why the fights come. But when the fight comes, we need to give it to them and not let up at all. Let them show the bed they made. I mean, we just all want to sit here, do our jobs, live our lives, be left the hell alone. You know, you want to be a fruitcake, okay, that's good for you. It's not good for me or my kids. So we're not going to do that in my life or where I live. Or I'm not going to accept it. I mean, isn't a man's home still his castle? Anyway, the cancer needs to be eradicated. It's coming. Just so bad we got to deal with a bunch of foreign wars at the same time. I mean, if we're sitting there trying to get our freedom at the same time, China and Russia and Iran and North Korea are all attacking us. Like I say, prepare for that. Absolute total chaos with no electricity, no medical. You can't even be able to drive your car. Okay, if you're weak, you're going to pass. So it's going to get ugly. But the thing is, it has to be done. I mean, we need everything's burning to the ground. The phoenix will rise from the ashes. But they're burning everything to the ground. We just happen to be caught in the middle. Prepare with skills. Get books on survival, bushcrafting, canning, preserving meat, anything. A book. Go to those secondhand stores. They got them all over the place for dirt cheap. That stuff is going to be worth something. Knowledge. A book. I mean, it wasn't all too long ago, a few thousand years ago, where a book was like, I mean, you're like, oh my God, a book? You know, but just prepare. I say we need good people on the other side to build this all back up. You know, but we're going to have to go through this mess. Let's get through it. Let's do our job, get her done, and then we can get on with our lives. Lone Wolf Prep. Out.